Well, the Gauteng Provincial Government will today commemorate the 62nd anniversary of the Sharpeville Massacre. That's happening at the Phelindaba Cemetery. Newzroom Afrika senior reporter Tumaole Mohlaoli is covering that story and in fact joins us from the cemetery live there this morning. Tumaole, the PAC will also have their event there. What can you tell us about the preparations and I suppose what people can expect there today?
A very good morning, Michelle. Well, what I can actually do is show you what preparations are like. I'm going to step out of shot and my colleague Prince is going to show you. We have a little commemorative event here where youth are showing what happened as the apartheid police opened fire on past demonstrators here in Sharpeville, and many were killed. And this is what the history is behind this commemorative event. Now, the PAC is also holding a commemorative event. That is the Pan-Africanist Congress of Tanzania, a political party that was behind those anti-pass demonstrations. I'm now joined by the Secretary General, Ndatepuwe. Thank you very much for speaking to us on Newzroom Afrika. The importance of commemorating this event.
Thank you and good morning to all the viewers at home. This is a very important day. It was a turning point in the history of the struggle in this country. The 21st March 1960, where people were killed by the apartheid regime here in Sharpeville and elsewhere in the country, including Langa. This is the day on which Robert Mangaliso Sobukwe called on all Africans to leave their dome passes at home and report at the nearest police station. We wanted to clock the apartheid system in terms of filling the jails of this country. But you will remember that the dome pass was a symbol of apartheid. It determined where you stay, it determined where you get employment. It also declared Africans as foreigners in their own country. So that was a very important document for the apartheid system. So Sobukwe decided that on that day, PAC will confront this important symbol of apartheid.
All right. Will you be working, is your program running in conjunction with the Gauteng Provincial Government? I see they've got their tents here as well, and I understand that Premier Makura, David Makura, is also going to be laying wreaths here.
No, we are not doing that, primarily because of one thing. The government celebrates this day, and for us as a PAC, we commemorate this day. And they also have declared that this day is Human Rights Day. And for us as the PAC, this day remains Sharpeville Massacre. So that we don't forget, we understand where we are coming from. We understand what actually happened. Our young people should know exactly what happened. And by declaring this day a Human Rights Day, it loses its meaning, its relevance, and so that the younger people will not know exactly what happened. We also know that many people were killed. If you go throughout these graves here, you'll find that there were children who were killed, women who were killed on that day. So we as the PAC cannot associate ourselves with those who want to change this day into Human Rights Day.
All right. And finally, what will be your message as the PAC on this day?
Our message is that lest we forget Sharpeville. These lives that we lost on that day were not in vain. Let us make sure that there's true liberation in this country. The true liberation in this country is the return of the land to its rightful owners, who are the Africans.
All right. Ndatepuwe, thank you very much. That was the PAC leadership there giving us an idea of what their message and what the importance of commemorating this day is here in Sharpeville. With that, it's back to you in the studio, Michelle.
Tumaole Mohlaoli, thanks very much indeed for that update. And of course, we'll speak to Tumaole throughout the morning as we track those commemorations happening around the country.